Welcome to Bodge and Kate. Have a lot on their plate. Cheers for your ears and your eyes, because you can now listen as well as watch this show. Hi, listeners, if you're watching on YouTube.
Hi, watchers, if you're listening. Which one
Exactly.
around? Yeah, we're on YouTube. We are going to put the episodes out slightly later. So if you want to get the episodes first, you have to go to your podcast app.
Yep.
Why not? Why not listen once and watch once?
What a great idea.
You spoke, we
love
listened.
it.
So many people have asked us to put more than just social media clips online. So we've done that. You can get onto YouTube. We are Bodge and Kate. The first episode is up now, which is last week's episode. And quite frankly, that is my favourite episode we've ever done.
What a way to kick it off.
Yeah, what a way to kick it off.
Yeah.
I don't know what I found so great about last week's episode. What was it?
It was fun.
It was fun.
We just all had a bit of a laugh, didn't we? I think we have a laugh every week, but you know what? Last week was particularly funny.
Look, we're not doing this for the money, so we have to do it for the fun.
Do you know we're one? This podcast is one. We've had
We're one. We're one. What? Number one?
we've had our first birthday.
Is it?
We're
Yeah.
a year old. We're over a year old.
We're over a year
Oh,
old.
We
because
didn't
it was
even
October.
celebrate.
It was October. It was October that you
Why didn't we celebrate? We should have had a first birthday party.
Well, the party is YouTube now, isn't it? It's a YouTube
That's our
party.
birthday present
There
to
you go.
you.
There you go.
You can watch us on YouTube. So wherever, however you are joining us today, do give us a follow, subscribe. And if you consider yourself a true fan of the show,
True fan.
yeah, super fan,
Yeah.
you can leave us a comment, a review, a nice 5-star rating. We will be reading out your listeners' messages a little bit later on.
That's quite a low bar of entry because normally you go super fan, support us on Patreon. Do you know what I mean? Subscribe to the things that we want, buy our merch, buy our. We're just saying, leave a review. It's a low bar. If you can't do that, then you're not really a fan.
We don't have Patreon. Are we a proper podcast if we don't have Patreon?
We're not asking people for money.
No.
We're not doing that.
We're not. You don't want to do that. I would. I would.
I would actually too.
I would. I'd like some new clothes.
I'd like to shake them all down.
Yeah. We're just going to hold you all out,
Yeah,
but your
exactly,
ankles out of a window.
Do you think people would give us money to do this podcast?
I don't know. Leave a comment with how much you'd give us.
All right, let's start.
Well, let's
with...
introduce ourselves.
Yes.
This might be the first time people watch us. They don't know who we are.
Hi, I'm Kate. Lola.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Katie to some people.
You're Katie to me.
I'm a Katie to Noah as well. Sometimes she calls me Katie. I find it really disturbing.
Did you ever have that
I'm
mate-
your mum.
Yeah.
Katie!
Did you have that mate at school who'd call their parents by their first name? They'd be like, "Oh, Sharon and John
Yes,
are here." I'm like,
100%.
is that mum and dad? Like, what's going on?
I find it so
No.
weird and disrespectful. It's so weird.
Did you at
No,
school?
I never. I knew someone that did as well. And it's weird. Like, it's not respectful. Sorry. Mum and
You
dad.
know, when you're young, you're trying to carve out a niche for yourself. You're like, I'll be the person who
gonna
calls
call
my
him
parents.
Paul.
Yeah, who calls my parents by their first names.
Paul and Anne. But hang on a second. What if the parents say to the child, you can call us by our names, not mum and dad? What if it's their decision? For example, my teacher at school, every teacher we had, it was Mrs. Turner, Miss Nowitzki from
Yeah.
Australia.
Oh, hello.
She's my maths teacher. How are you, Miss Nowitzki, if you're watching? She's probably dead, actually. She was really old. She was really old then. So,
Yeah, she probably is.
do you know what? She probably isn't. She probably isn't. She's just old.
Rest in peace.
She's going to message in next week going, "How dare you?"
I'm alive!
And also, she's
Your
probably...
maths is shocking. I was actually only 34.
Yeah,
which
exactly. Seems a lot older.
But there was one teacher in our school
Who is
who
dead?
didn't want us to call her by her last name. So she didn't want to be called Miss Doherty. She wanted us to call her by her first name,
Which
Okay.
which was Bridge. So we all
Bridge?
called her Bridge. And none of the teachers had an issue with it. Like the head mistress was like,
Yeah.
yep, that's fine. So we called every single teacher Mrs. or Miss except Bridge. And I
Right.
loved that.
What was she teaching?
Drama.
Right, there
Of
you go.
course.
There you go.
Guys,
Drama
I
at-
just want you to call me Bridge. It's all
Yeah.
fine. It's all fine.
Yeah, yeah.
She
I
was
mean,
the
come on.
Best teacher ever. And we also had the best relationship with her because it felt like a friend.
That's the point. You learnt nothing, but she was your mate.
We learnt so much. She took us to see so many
No, I know,
plays,
yeah.
Fringe Theatre, the West End, the National. I mean, we went everywhere with her. She is the reason I'm such a drama queen. No, she's great.
Thanks, Bridge.
The other day, we were saying to Noah, "How would you describe yourself?" And she was thinking about it, and then we said, "How do you describe us?" So we went, "Mummy is," and she just went, "Dramatic."
As if she used that word to describe me. Daddy is
Very silly. I got
Nick?
silly.
Do you know what you got?
What did
Wha-
I?
You didn't really. You didn't really.
She didn't say
She
that.
called you a She didn't really. She said you were funny.
Good.
So you got funny. Bodge got silly. I got dramatic.
Well, what a threesome.
Yeah.
Not that we live together or anything. Shall we? So here we are.
We're here.
Kate, Bodge, producer Nick.
Yep. Hello.
This is us. If you've been listening to the podcast for a long time, you probably know just how mental I am. Let's start with the episode of Is It Hot in Here that I did a few weeks ago now with Dr. Naomi Potter, who's absolutely wonderful. And she invited me on the show to talk about my merry, I wish it was a merry menopause. She invited me on the show to talk about my perimenopause journey, and the social media clip from that episode, which was released yesterday, it kind of went everywhere of me ugly crying. So now everybody knows
I think
how real it is.
I think you're quite a good-looking crier. I'm an ugly crier.
I'm an ugly crier.
No. Out of the two of us, I'm the ugly crier.
Did you ever used to look at yourself in the mirror crying? You used to watch yourself cry. Noah loves doing that.
Does she?
Whenever she's upset, she goes to the mirror and goes and watches herself. I'm like, look at me, I'm trying to comfort you. You're just making yourself sadder because you're watching yourself cry. It's weird, isn't it?
It is.
I think I did that when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think there's a theme there.
As well as singing in front of the mirror with a hairbrush. Nick, you must have done that.
I did that all the time.
Anyway, back to the podcast.
Back to the podcast. Sorry, yes. The episode of Is It Hot in Here came out yesterday. I'm ugly crying, so obviously it goes viral. And basically it's out there now because I think I've shied away from talking really honestly about where I'm at with menopause for a long time. And I'm not going to get emotional today because I cried a river on the podcast and I cried a lot over the weekend. We fell out and then had a very emotional, frank, deep heart-to-heart because right now something has got to change. I've tried helping myself as far as I can with meds, with HRT, with couples therapy, etc. But I had a blood test last week. The results have come back. I've got 0 testosterone. I've got really low estrogen. So I'm going to get help with that. But yeah, we did lots of crying, didn't we, at the weekend because it's affecting you as well. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has sent a message of love, of support, of solidarity, because it's actually really not surprising how many other people are going through this stage of life as well. And it's a really difficult stage of life.
I think it's...
For some, not everyone. Some people breeze through it, I will say that.
Yeah, but I mean, just to see the number of people who are messaging going, this is me. Even people messaging me saying, please tell Kate, this is me. I mean, you get a lot of messages. You get more than me. You're more popular than I am. I understand. I'm fine with that. But to see the number of messages you got yesterday, just even on WhatsApp, and people just sending you voice notes just saying, this is me, they could relate to it and wanting you to understand that you're not alone, but also the fact that you've done this and publicly put it out there, that makes them feel like they're not alone. And as men, we just don't realise it. I'll be honest with you. Of the many things I didn't understand about women, of which I'd say it's 100% of women, perimenopause and menopause was just like, as far as I thought about menopause, if you asked me 5 years ago, I'd have been like, sweats? I didn't know anything about it. And your periods stop and it lasts for a little while and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's fine for men not to understand it. It doesn't affect us. But it shows you how dramatic the effect is on you and how it's changed your life.
Yeah.
And how deeply it has. And we should, look, there's not a lot we can do as blokes, but we should understand it and be there and try and support. Because so many people end up getting divorced.
I know.
And you can see why.
And I got a message from a friend yesterday saying how much she's struggling. And all of the symptoms she's had are the same as mine. But she said, I wish my husband was a bit more understanding because it feels like he doesn't really care. And it's something half the world's population go through and have been going through forever.
Yeah.
And my mum sent me a message this morning just saying, like, she was thinking about me and she was like, think about Nan and Nan's Nan. They all just went through it and there was nothing they could take. As far as I'm aware, HRT wasn't. I don't even know when HRT became a thing and if it was offered to women as far back as, my nan. I don't even know. But what I will say is that we need to raise awareness of perimenopause and menopause, which is happening, I feel like, more and more over the last few years. But also, I feel like we need to hear women more because I hear this time and time again, and from women, unfortunately, who should be supporting women. Oh, I got a message, for example, yesterday, and I know she probably didn't mean it to sound this way, but ultimately it said... I wrote down some of the notes here. It said, try not to build the menopause up too much. All these specialists, in inverted commas, they weren't around when I was in my 40s. It wasn't a thing, and women didn't stress about menopause like they do now. It's more likely to be life than menopause.
Can I give you my take?
I think
on
we
that?
need to
As a bloke, let me
unpick that.
mansplain.
Yeah.
No, but I think there's two things to that. There's one which I've really noticed, especially like in the last few years with having kids and postnatal depression, is there are some women who will be like, I didn't get any help, so therefore they almost feel like you don't deserve to have any help or make a big deal out of it because they didn't get to make a big deal out of it. There is sometimes, I've seen that with people going, well, I just breezed through it, I just did it, especially parents, they're like, oh, you just got to get on with it. It's like, life is very different now to how it was then. Secondly, more and more women work full time now.
Yeah.
Not to say that having kids isn't a full-time job, which it absolutely is.
Yeah.
But we also live generally further away from parents. We don't have the same networks. We don't have the same childcare help.
Yeah.
So you can't be like, oh, well, 30, 40 years ago it was fine, so therefore it's... Like, the world has changed.
Yeah.
The world has changed. Like, lots of things are changing. You can't just extrapolate and go, well, I didn't make a fuss, so you shouldn't.
But also mental health struggles. Like, people say, oh God, no one used to struggle with their mental health nowadays. Now everyone's got anxiety and everyone's got depression. It's like, well, no, they did.
They just didn't talk about it.
No one talked about it years ago. People suffered in silence. People ended their lives. People didn't see a way out.
Yeah.
And yes, people are struggling with their mental health now more than ever. And it can be that. Sometimes it could just be anxiety. It could just be depression. But I'm sorry, when you say, oh, it's just life, it's like... Oh, the world's a scary place. Yeah, that's why I'm having painful sex. That definitely explains why the world's a scary place.
Yeah.
I've just had a row with my husband. Oh, that would explain why my periods are really heavy and they're closer together.
Yeah. When life's hard and you get vertigo.
Yeah.
You just get dizzy.
That's one of the symptoms of perimenopause as well. In fact, the list of symptoms are endless. One of them, I've got a list here, which I screen grabbed and I was just like, I don't think people realise just how many symptoms there are out there. If you look at the screen right now, if you're watching this, you'll be able to see that is the symptoms of perimenopause. They are endless. Oh, I've just seen a sad news story. That's why I've got swollen tits. That explains that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm really busy. I'm really busy with work and being a parent. Oh, yeah, that explains the brain fog and the vaginal dryness. Yeah, totally just life doing that to my body.
Oh, there was a really good one in there. What was the one?
So, some of the symptoms of perimenopause. I mean, it is endless, but... Just if you're experiencing any of these, then go to your GP and get a blood test because you can get your follicle-stimulating hormone levels checked, your estrogen levels, your testosterone levels. Breast swelling, increased PMS symptoms, blurred vision, dry eyes, waking up during the night, forgetfulness, anxiety, migraines, headache, fatigue, insomnia, memory lapses, brain fog, irregular heartbeat, decreased tolerance to stress, cold flashes, hot flashes, heavy periods, weight gain, irritability, osteoporosis, vaginal dryness, sudden mood swings, painful intercourse, panic attacks, dizziness, tearfulness, longer menstrual cycles, back pain, skin sensitivity. This one made me laugh though. Difficulty concentrating during sex. I didn't know that was one, to be honest with you.
When you're going at it and you're like, did I take the bins out? Is it that one?
Think about what I'm having for dinner.
Yeah.
What should I cook?
Yeah.
Did you do the Sainsbury's shop?
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things that really grabbed me in the podcast when you mentioned that you looked at your Instagram and you didn't know, like you didn't remember that person or you're not that person anymore.
Yes.
That's absolutely heartbreaking. The fact that you look at that and you go, that's not me.
Yeah, that's the thing with social media.
Because you can look back so much at that stuff now.
Yeah, and I see the person I was. And I think that's why Bodge and I have struggled so much, because I look back at those videos and I see the person I was and I used to love who I was. And I, like Kate Thornton said recently with Emma Barnett, is on her podcast, like she feels like somebody like robbed her of who she was and that she didn't know the person she was anymore. So like I used to like who I was, but I feel like and that's why I think I struggle with you, like believing that you still love me and that you want to stay, because I don't like myself. And it's like RuPaul, If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? RuPaul's Drag Race.
I mean, I'm not. You're going to use that.
I'm just saying I love that phrase, but it resonates
You know, after
with
we get
me
divorced, and like, when you get divorced, she's like, well, RuPaul's. I'm like, oh, fucking RuPaul again. Not again.
It's all RuPaul's Drag Race's fault. No, but I feel like if you can't love yourself, then how are you going to let anyone else love you?
Well,
and I, at the moment, don't like the person I've become, and I'm doing something about it. But it's so true what Kate Thornton said, because she feels like the person that she worked so hard to become disappeared overnight, and she was waking up every day wondering which version of herself she was going to get. And that's exactly how I feel, and so many other women feel. So
I think we had as Kate said, it wasn't a Barney, but it was kind of like a climax of all the tension, should we say. I made it sound like we had sex.
You wish.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hi, Sue, if you're listening.
But we... there was a point I was just like... Basically, a lot of it is, I feel like Kate's obviously missing the chemicals that make her like me, is the way it feels. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what's estrogen, testosterone? What is it that you need to like me? What's that one? I'll give you that one. Because it's just there's such short temper with me. And anything that happens... Right, we can explain the context. Now I had a kids' party and... Kate had loads of work to do. I as you might hear, I've been ill. I've got this nasty cold or whatever. Felt really ill on the weekend. Saturday.
I'm not going to say man flu.
I mean, the real victim of the podcast is me. Let's be honest, right? Let's think about the person who's really suffering here. Yeah. Anyway, Saturday I was out of action. Kate had to do a couple of bits with Noah. Sunday I took Noah to the park, and then there was a kids' party, and I was like, and Kate was having to work, so I took Noah out for a few hours, came back. Kate was raging about the fact that she had to do this work, she didn't have enough time. You might not see yourself as raging. That's how I see.
Yeah, bit harsh.
Well, no, but
I was cross.
You were cross.
I suppose I was raging.
And shouting. You were like, oh, I've just got to... And I was like, so I thought, let me lighten the situation here. And I said, well, the thing I was going to say was, well, you know, I hate kids' parties, and obviously I've not been well, but look, let me, as a, like, you know, a little, oh God, what worries me. But I didn't mean it genuinely. Yeah. And I was going to be like, let me take Noah to the party, you stay here and you finish your work. Trying to be like, that will make her happy. That did not make her happy.
I flew off the handle.
Because she didn't even let me finish the sentence.
Okay.
I don't like kids' parties either.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
So she absolutely lost it. And that, what was really difficult for me there was like, I was trying to do a nice thing. I was trying to be a good person.
I know, but I just...
No, I get it. You don't have to, let's not...
Well, no, I'm allowing my side of the story.
All right, well, let me finish saying mine. Let me finish saying mine. I wasn't trying to wind her up, and I wasn't trying to say this is all your responsibility. I was trying to lighten the situation, but also be like, let me just take this, it's fine. It did not come across that way.
Is can't taking a joke one of the symptoms of perimenopause?
Scroll through your list.
Yeah. No, it was the way you said, I wanted you, if you'd have just said, Kate, I'm going to take her. You carry on working. I'm going to take Noah to the party. But it was I don't like kids' parties and I'm really unwell, but I'm going to do you a favour and take her to the kids' party. And we've thrashed this one out. It's about kids' parties in general. I'm the default parent who takes Noah to all the kids' parties and buys all the kids' presents and the cards. And it's just fallen on me over the last 5 years to do that. And I think it got to me that you were like, oh, I'll take her to the kids' party for you. And I'm like, well,
the joke did not land. I know that.
For you're kind of like...
At several 50, times 50. I've said things that we cut from this podcast because they're not funny.
Yeah. Sorry.
The listeners and the watchers are like, this guy's so funny. It's like, no. 90% of the stuff I say gets
the edits are full on.
Anyway, we're going to talk about this in therapy because it's just like the choice of words, and I'm sensitive. Obviously, I'm sensitive because hormones.
Well, what I was going to say is what was difficult was like I've tried to do something nice and it didn't work, and that felt really like that just took the wind out of me and really upset me because it's like, well, if I can't even do a nice thing and it works, then what can I do?
And I'm sorry I flew off the handle.
No, I know. But the fact is, it was a build-up. And the deeper thing was when we had it out, because it was like, do you even like me? Those things get asked. Like, do you even want to be with me? And Kate's like, well, do you even want to be with me? I was like, yeah, I love you. Like, I want you to like me. And she's like, I don't think that you love me. And I was like, but I just told you. She's like, but I don't believe you. And I was like, now the thing is, you can get very offended at that point, but there's no point being offended because I know it comes from a place of insecurity. And I was like, well, let's deal with that thing first. Let's just like, I do love you. Like, you are my world. You know, I love my family. You're the best, right? So we just immediately, everything just dissolved because you realise that is the heart of it. That she doesn't, as you said, you don't quite trust your own feelings.
Yes.
And you're not sure. And, you know, the arguments do lead to distance. Obviously they do. And I pull back a bit and you pull back a bit. And sometimes you just need to remind each other that you love each other through the medium of shouting, is what I would say. So I'd say that's pretty seismic for us, because it's really interesting how, sorry, I'm going on here, but when we do therapy, we always come out and go, oh, that was great. Oh, we don't even really need it. We're so great together. And then things kind of slip because life and perimenopause, whatever else. And sometimes you before you realise it, it's been weeks before you've really communicated, and you feel very much like, oh, I'm coming home and I don't know what I'm coming back into, and I don't know what I'm getting. And you're probably like, what's he going to be like with me? He hates me and whatever else. And that's why, like, that's the communication bit so important.
That's why we really rate couples therapy.
Yeah.
Because life has kind of pushed this to the top of our inbox anyway, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We have got an email from an anonymous listener, and she said, you've mentioned a few times on the pod about couples therapy, and I, for one, would be interested to hear some more on the podcast about this. My husband and I have hit a rut in our relationship. Communication is poor. All the mundane everyday things like leaving the toothbrush marks on the sink, shoes not being put away, and chewing. OMG, the chewing. Are becoming big issues.
I can understand the shoes, but there's not a lot you can do about chewing, is there?
Shut your mouth.
Maybe. And what about the chewing?
Maybe he's just a chewy, loud eater. They're becoming big issues in our relationship, and resentment on both sides is growing. I'm considering that couples therapy may be the way to go for my husband and I, but at the moment it seems like a scary step to take. What made you decide and agree on the fact that this was the right thing for you? I'd also be interested to hear more about what happens in the sessions. No specifics, just a general overview of the style and format, etc. Hi, anonymous listener, if you're listening. Let's just talk about therapy and how it's helped us.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it at first. It was you who approached me and said, we need couples therapy. It was before we even got married.
Yeah.
It was when we were engaged.
Who told me to do it?
And I was like, why are we marrying each other if we're going into couples therapy? And he was like, because I want to start a marriage on the right foot. Like, we've got to do this. We've got to get help.
It's really good.
And I was so against it. And mainly because I didn't feel like I wanted to talk to a stranger about something so personal, our relationship. But I cannot express enough how amazing therapy is. And it's the worst bit is just doing that first session. Once you've done that first session, if that therapist is right for you, it might take a few different therapists before you find one you connect with. It's so valuable for your relationship.
You're like a puppy. As soon as she starts talking, she's just like, blah, 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 blah. Everything comes out of her. But I think it's having the right therapist. We've got this really lovely woman called Diana who, like, me and Kate, I don't know if you've noticed, me and Kate can be quite combative, right? Two strong personalities. She's especially strong.
Am I?
And so we can clash quite easily, and we compete endlessly. We do. And that's sometimes good and sometimes bad. And Diana has this amazing ability to just suck all of that out of the situation and just leave love and consideration through the things she says. So she'll be like, okay, how do you think Bodge felt about that in that situation? And it's so, like, say we've had an argument, she's like, how do you think Bodge felt? And you can almost see the frustration, like, oh, I've got to understand it from their position.
She's really good at doing that, understanding how the other person is feeling.
And never, ever making either of us feel blamed.
Yeah.
It's good.
So our sessions take place over a Zoom video.
We've never met her, have we?
No, we've never met her in person, but we feel like we have. Like, it just works for us doing Zoom because we can be at home. We can do that with we don't need a babysitter to come and look after her while we go to our house.
Stick the square pair on.
And it's just as valuable doing Zoom, like, cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it would, in person, I don't think it would be any better in person. I mean, it might be a little bit better, but, like, I like seeing Diana over Zoom anyway. And what she's made us realise is that a relationship is like a precious thing, like a person in your life that you love, like a pet that you love. It needs nurturing, it needs caring for, it needs love, it needs attention. And the moment you don't look after that relationship, like, the relationship breaks down. And so she always gives us a chance to both speak about stuff that we might not necessarily feel comfortable talking about. But the reason why it works as well is because very often, in fact, in all cases, with Diana, we can speak about our issues without it exploding into an argument. And if you're sometimes at home talking to your partner about something, it can often lead to an explosive row. Whereas with Diana, it's always just very calm, and she is just brilliant at making you feel like making you realise how the other person is feeling.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart when one person in a relationship refuses couples therapy, because when you get married, especially if you're married and you've taken vows and you've said to each other that you are going to be together for the rest of your lives in sickness and in health and for better for worse, and one person is saying to the other, please, I really want to help this marriage survive till the end. That's basically what they're saying. In order for this marriage to work, I feel like we need help from an outside person, a professional who does this for a living, who helps couples navigate marriage and tricky times in order for their relationship to last for a long time or forever.
Yeah.
And when one person's saying, no, I don't want it, like you're basically, I don't know, I find that heartbreaking and devastating, because you're ultimately saying, no, I don't want to help this relationship. You've got to put your feelings aside if it's fear or embarrassment, and you just have to help your relationship.
Yeah. I mean, but,
And
as you said at the beginning, you felt like that and didn't want to do it. I understand.
Put my feelings aside because our relationship was more important than my fear of talking to a therapist. And it's helped us, and we'll continue to do it for as long as we need to.
I would say this to any blokes listening on it, or if you're a woman and you want your bloke to go and he doesn't want to go, here's a message direct to the men listening and watching. This is the one place you'll get a word in edgeways.
All right, what's arrived today in the podcast pavilion?
Oh.
2
Okay.
clarinets. Now, if you didn't listen to last week's episode, we revealed something about Bodge and Nick that they share in common, and that was that they both learned to play the clarinet at school. So what did we do? We bought 2 brand spanking new clarinets
This is it.
that have arrived in clarinet boxes. They've got their own
Cases.
clarinet carry case.
I feel like I'm going back to my childhood again, and I've got to.
Oh my God.
So this is-
Do you know, and clarinets always had the soft interior like this.
Let me
Can you
feel
that?
it.
Did you have a hard case though?
I had a hard case.
I had a hard case too.
Yeah.
What was there an
Not
option
this-
to have a
not-
soft case?
Not this soft case.
Oh, I
had
see,
a
on the
proper,
outside.
Like
Yeah.
with a conk on the.
Like an
what's
old
the-
school briefcase.
A briefcase.
Right, we are literally unboxing the clarinets.
I love that.
and
While
they're
they
still
do
wrapped
that,
up.
what we decided to do, seeing as Bodge and Nick both learned to
gosh.
play the clarinet in school, and they both got to grade 5, by the way, before realising that the theory test was too much work, and they just sacked it off.
Yeah.
Well, hard.
So we
yeah.
thought we'd get the clarinets and we'd buy some sheet music, which we have bought. By the way, who bought? The 2 books arrived this week.
Yeah, that was me. I bought them.
Yeah, you bought them.
One
Right.
was like pop hits and one was like Christmas songs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cute.
I really like the fact that you bought the Christmas songs as well.
Well, I thought that makes sense, doesn't it?
Last
It does.
week, Bodge said that the 2 favourite songs that he learnt on the clarinet were The Entertainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to grease this up?
And Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty. So they're going to learn The Entertainer, or maybe A Christmas Carol, seeing as we're approaching the most wonderful time of the year,
Yes.
on their clarinets. Thankfully, they don't have to share a clarinet, because they're not dirty
No,
buggers.
that was your initial plan, wasn't it?
Look at this. Nick's trying to work out which end goes where.
Remember the
Oh.
click? Remember it goes click?
Yeah.
It goes click.
All right,
somewhere.
fastest one to put the clarinet together is the best.
This
so
is
far.
like, when people try and put guns together.
This is the bit you're both stuck on. You're both stuck on one particular.
No, that's the
Okay,
click.
no, but
That's the click.
Nick's one step ahead of Bodge, I think. Oh no, they've both done it.
I think
Now
these
they
need
need
to
is
be
the reed.
great.
God,
All
this
you need is the reed.
Hold on, what is that stuck?
Those clarinets are snazzy. I always remember clarinets being a shiny black. These ones are matte
Oh, I see
black.
why.
Did they used to be matte shiny black?
No, they used to be shiny black.
Okay.
Is it like riding a bike? Will it just come back to you guys?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Can you just play the clarinet
I'm-
straight away? Do you need to do some spitting in it?
Yeah, we'll need to warm it up. I'm nervous.
It's good to be nervous.
Good. These aren't.
Where are your reeds?
Well, I don't know. I've got to get the mouthpiece out.
Yeah,
Don't tell me
mouthpiece.
you've forgotten the reeds.
No, it said it came with reeds. So I'm going to trust that it does.
This is so exciting, guys.
Is it? Is
yeah,
it really
as
for the
somebody who
listeners?
pretended
Yeah,
to
I'm
play the
not sure.
recorder throughout their entire school
Okay, there's
life.
a reed on there.
Is there already a reed on?
Yeah,
Okay.
but we need to take it off. And you know what you need to do?
Spit in it.
No, just
No. Stop being obsessed with the spit element of this,
Oh,
aren't you?
What do you need to do? Rinse it under cold water.
No.
Put it in the microwave for 10 seconds.
I can't get the off.
Stamp on it. Let Shirley
Oh,
lick
here.
it.
Do this.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
You have to put something on your tongue.
Yeah, you put the reed. That's the reed.
Right.
Yeah.
On your
You're
tongue.
sucking it like a lollipop.
Yeah. You need to make it wet.
Fine. And that does what?
Makes it wet. Gets it
Yeah,
ready.
but
Allows
what's the
it to vibrate.
benefit to having a wet reed?
Makes it vibrates.
Fine. Okay, so if your weed isn't wet,
If your weed isn't wet.
if your reed isn't wet, you won't be able to play the clarinet.
No.
There you go. That
Oh, there you
rhymed.
go. That's what Igor.
Okay, Nick's clarinet is ready to go.
That's what Igor.
He's got the reed on. He's got the mouthpiece on. What are you going to play first? Just going to do some
nothing.
notes?
I'm not going to do anything.
Please.
You can't just... Kate, this isn't a jukebox. This isn't like Dex.
Can I request a song?
No.
Absolutely
Bon
not.
Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
No.
Well done.
Okay.
Or Shirley.
This is
Shirley's going
brilliant.
mad.
Oh no, Shirley thinks
Oh,
they're
Shirley.
fireworks.
No, she doesn't think they're fireworks.
Do you not like the clarinet, darling? She's more of a piano person.
That's better.
Shirley's
That's
ears
better.
right now are going crazy. This is
that's
brilliant.
better.
I'm filming Shirley's
better.
ears.
That's because.
Nearly.
This is brilliant. This is the best day of my life. Can I just say,
Oh my god, I remember
Nick,
this.
your face when you're playing the clarinet
Is
is
it
really
bad?
funny because your face doubles in size when you're blowing.
Jeez, at least we're not videoing this.
At least it's not on YouTube. What about Bodge?
Because you've got the low, and then
Then you've got the thing.
if I press this, it goes an octave up, does it?
Oh my god. We're actually. No.
Let me have a go. Come on, let me have a go.
You won't be able to do it.
Of course I will. Tell me what to do.
So, put your fingers in all the buttonholes.
Yep.
Yeah?
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Put your fingers on all the buttonholes.
Yeah. Bearing in mind, I pretended
Just
to
watch
say
that.
Really
Just watch
careful
the
with the
mouthpiece.
end.
No, you have to put it right or in. Oh my.
No.
I can see why you pretended to play that record.
Wow.
You're ruining my clarinet.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
You're ruining clarinet day.
Why won't it work for me?
Just watch the end. Stop putting the end on your jacket. So,
Oh,
do you see the bottom? Okay.
Yep.
Right. When I say put your finger on the holes, you've got to put them. Right. Just put on those three.
Yep.
Don't press this
Yep.
one. Cover that hole at the back.
Yep.
Then you got to let it rest on your no teeth. It's got to be tongue.
shells. This sounds like a chat.
No, you got to like purse your lips. Keep it. Put it.
Okay. You think my face doubles in size?
Kate's so bad.
Okay.
Kate's so bad at Shirley's hiding behind
Yeah,
Nick.
she's hiding
I'm
there.
so sorry, Shirley. She
that's
doesn't
fine.
like it.
This is going to be good. So next week,
playing.
over the next week, we're going to learn a song,
Shirley.
and then next week we'll be doing a performance.
What
Okay.
song will Kate learn? Oh no, is she going to learn
I'm not
a song?
learning that shit. I couldn't even play the recorder, and I can't read music. I've
But
gone
the-
dizzy. Jesus, the
The
room's spinning.
entertainer.
Oh, I'm out of breath. Does that happen when you blow so hard?
Hello.
Does
So,
that
so the priest of the.
does that happen when you blow so hard into the
But
clarinet?
you have to control it. It's controlled breath.
It's like swimming. That's why I'm shit at swimming, because I can't control my breath.
Just chuck Kate in a pool with a recorder and watch her drown.
We've spoken a lot about deep.
Deep.
And meaningful stuff. Let's talk about porcupines being able to speak.
Oh my word.
Well, they
This
can't
is a
speak-
real palate cleanser.
They
here.
can't speak in the human sense, but this has blew my mind that
They're quite
porcupines.
close.
Yes, they are, darling, but officially they can't say, hi, how are you today? Good day at work? Are you struggling with the perimenopause? They can communicate in sounds that are very much like human beings, which is why it's blown my mind.
I would say, they're not parakeets. Obviously, a parakeet can fully mimic.
Yeah.
But if you had to, like, Nick, you deliberately avoid this.
I've not heard these.
What sound do you think a porcupine would make?
Like
I'm not
a-
asking you to necessarily mimic a porcupine,
but like
you can if you want.
chipmunk sort of thing, like.
Well, like squeak, squeak,
Yeah,
squeak.
Like a squeaky sound or a deep?
I'm doing it.
They sing.
Don't know.
It's not a million miles off.
Okay.
Tommy, could you beam in some porcupine for us, please?
What'd you find, Ted? I think you finished that one. Here's another one. I'll put it right here. Okay. What do you think, Teddy? Is that as good as pumpkin pie?
I could listen to that
It's a
all
cross
day.
between Cartman from South Park and a minion.
It's so.
No, it's like a Disney. Yeah, it is a
does
bit
sound-
like, oh, you guys.
It's so funny.
It's so
How
cute.
amazing is that sound of a porcupine?
I want one.
Me too.
Let's get one.
Let's get a pet.
No, I'll
Not
tell you
being
what,
with us or anything.
when they start shedding, it's a nightmare.
Oh, really?
Ouch! That's just the most incredible. That brightened up my day when
That's
was
so
it you who
nice.
sent me
I
this?
sent that. It's on the algorithm when you suddenly get caught into a little corner of the algorithm, and normally it's something fairly awful, and then it's always in your feed, and
Yeah.
then you just kind of hate watching it.
Yeah.
I love what your algorithm gives you.
My algorithm's mad.
Because he sits on it and goes back.
Yeah.
That's when it knows you really want to see that. terrible
I like to go deep.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
go
it's like
deep.
when I watch a film and then I go on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, yeah.
If I see
Classic.
something I like, I'll go on the page about it. Let me see a few of these videos. I
Yeah,
watched
right.
about 10 videos of porcupines eating.
Great.
It was specifically this one porcupine who'd been raised by humans.
Ted.
And on it the woman says like they like to mimic humans, so they can't quite speak, but she's like
Like a parrot.
Is this yours? She's like ming, ming, ming.
Well, I swear that very first clip, he says porcupine. Tommy, can you say it? She says something like, I'm sure he says porcupine.
Okay.
Can we play it again?
What'd you find, Ted?
Oh, it's so
I
cute.
swear that is him. Porcupine.
Really cute.
Of all the words to teach him though, porcupine seems an odd one.
Ted's
Yeah.
got good chat. I like him.
It's a nice person.
He's such a nice person.
There'll be some parents out there who'll be like, I'm sure I heard the porcupine say please before my actual son or daughter did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
Could we get
cute.
one as a pet or is that just not a thing?
No, I think that's probably filed under.
Where do you find them? Don't all Americans have crocodiles as pets though? No, what is it
So-
they have as pets?
It's porcupines.
Tigers.
Tigers.
So there are more
yeah.
tigers in captivity in Texas as pets
Wow.
than I think there are in the wild.
In Africa.
In
the
Africa.
whole of the continent.
Yeah, something mad like that.
Are they like hedgehogs? Not tigers.
Tiger-
Porcupines.
I feel like a porcupine is like a hedgehog, but bigger.
Okay.
More like a kind
Do you know
of
what
hedgehog
porcupine?
cross
Have you
with...
seen Sing?
Oh, yeah. So that is a hedgehog.
No, because
The
hedgehogs are
porcupine.
small.
It's like a
porcupines have got more face.
Okay,
They're bigger.
more like.
Are they more
that.
stood up?
Yeah.
Are they more stood up like
I
high,
love-
like a meerkat?
With a microphone singing.
Yeah.
They are though, aren't they?
Cute.
I don't know if they're stood up. I think they're four-legged. They're on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
But there's
Okay.
more face, whereas a hedgehog is like purely like always looks like it's about to be attacked.
Bit of a mole face, more of a mole.
Bit of a mole face, I'd say, is fair. Yeah. I mean, I've never heard three people talk about a subject they know less about.
So interesting, man.
We have access to equipment, and yet none of us has brought a
No,
picture
that's
up
good.
at all.
This is better.
Why didn't we just do some research on porcupines and where they're found?
We
and
got
how many...
stuck on the bit when they started talking, and then
This is lovely. Thank
that
you very
felt
much
enough.
for my lettuce.
I think you've had enough, Ted.
No, I want some more cabbage.
He's amazing. I want him
that's
as my
cute.
own pet.
if we could have one pet each, and let's put animal welfare aside,
Yeah.
right? Animal welfare aside, we're not going to have it. One pet each. What pet would you have?
Porcupine.
You'd have a
1 second. Just 1 second.
Go.
Hi there. Can you just tell us a little bit about porcupines? Because we just discovered they can speak. Just some quick fire facts, like 10 fun facts about porcupines that we might not know. Thanks. I'm asking that really smug,
Absolutely,
chatty.
that sounds fun. All right,
Sounds
here we
fun.
go. One, porcupines are rodents, and they're actually one of the largest in the rodent family.
Okay.
Bigger than hedgehog.
Two, they have around 30,000 quills, which are modified hairs coated with keratin. 3, when threatened, they raise their quills and can even swing their tails to defend themselves.
Didn't know their tails.
4, porcupines are excellent climbers and often live in trees, especially North American porcupines. 5, they are herbivores and love eating bark, leaves, and fruits. 6, despite their prickly defense, porcupines can actually swim quite well.
Cute.
They have a slow reproductive rate,
Get on Instagram.
usually giving birth to 1 offspring
Look up
per
swimming
year.
porcupine.
8, porcupines can live up to 10 years in the wild. 9, they communicate through a variety of sounds, including whines and teeth chattering. And 10, and interestingly, some porcupine species are nocturnal, while others are active during the day. Have you found this fun?
Yeah.
Oh, he's good, isn't he? That smug prick. I love him. He's really good, isn't he?
He is good.
He's great.
I mean,
No,
there's
well, that
loads
sounds
of
rude.
porcupine stuff on Instagram, but none of them are swimming.
Okay. That's what I'd love to see, a little porcupine doing backstroke.
So would you have a porcupine?
Oh, yes, in a heartbeat. Maybe, or a guinea pig. I'm really into guinea pigs at the minute. There's this girl I follow on Instagram, and she just got 20,000 guinea pigs, and she just showers them with vegetables to feed them. And they just make really great, cute little noises. I think I really would like a guinea pig. You'd have to have 2, though, because they have to live in pairs.
Listen, don't contact PETA, but I think guinea pigs are shit.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
Why?
I think. Of
They're
all
like
the-
bunny rabbits. They're like better gerbils and better hamsters. All
Uh,
right, fine. What pet would you have?
I would,
Any pet in the world.
putting animal welfare aside, a chimpanzee. I would just love. You know, have you
Yeah.
seen the videos when they're like spotting the patterns
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
asking
yeah.
for food and
That's
stuff?
good.
And they hug. They give
They
really good
hug.
hugs.
They're big huggers.
Better than Noah. She's not very good at hugs. She doesn't want a hug. You go for a hug and she's like, like a hot dog. It's like, hug me. She's like, no
Sort of a pat.
thanks. Just give me a hug. Be a chimpanzee.
I would have number 1, the unrealistic one would be a lion from Cub.
Yes.
I'd love
yeah.
to have a lion
Yeah.
from Cub. Like,
And then when you're
the big
reunited,
paws. Reunited, and
he
they
comes
run
over
towards
and
you and
he hugs
hugs
you.
you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
I imagine that movie. That's what the movie with the lion from Harrods. You seen that?
No.
Oh my God! Watch it.
Oh, yes, of course.
Like
and they
the-
play it to Celine Dion.
the
music
famous
is.
one.
Yeah.
the
are you
famous
two
one.
having a joint hallucination?
The couple that
The
rescued
line
it.
from Harrods
The
and
gays.
Celine Dion.
And the reuniting video is
Yes.
of them. Oh no, I'm thinking of the chimp.
No, there's the lion. Anyway, we'll watch.
No, it is the lion.
Okay, fine.
It is
Anyway.
from the 80s.
I would have the lion from Cub, and
Yeah.
then the reuniting. And secondly, more realistic, the Bengal tiger cat. You know, the ones that can swim. They're so beautiful.
I don't know if I know what that is.
They're only 1 generation away from wild, and they're domesticated, and they're stunning.
So they're just like a regular cat,
Yeah,
but they
Bengals.
look amazing.
But they
Yeah.
look there, yeah. I took
Yeah.
Noah to a park the other day where they had they have a mini zoo. They had
Okay.
like donkeys, wallabies, a cockatoo, an owl. Anyway, they had 2 cats in an enclosure, and they looked like, I was like, that's just a cat, isn't it? And we looked, it's a Scottish wild cat.
Right.
So they're a bit thicker, shorter tails, everything like that. And I was like, oh look, they're feeding them, and they just put out 2 dead chicks. And the cat just went over and picked up. And I was like, what's it doing? I was like, let's move on.
Right, we need to talk about. This is bugging me again this year, and it bugged me last year. I feel like we need to make a public service announcement, and that is save Father Christmas. Okay,
Is he under threat?
He is. He is
From
here.
who?
Santa.
Oh, I thought it was going to be woke.
No.
No, Father
not
Christmas.
woke, it's Santa.
Father Christmas is under threat from Santa Claus, okay? And I said this last year, and I want to say it again. If you are living in the United Kingdom, you should be saying Father Christmas. Santa is American.
I feel like Santa is like top American capitalism Father Christmas, isn't it? Santa comes along and he judges you by your tax return whether you get presents. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He comes on, he's like, how many... I'm trying to think of something really American, but I've kind of got lost.
I don't know what you were trying to say there, babes.
I don't know. He's like, who do you support, the Buccaneers or the Timberwolves? Here's your Frisbee and your protein. And I don't know. No, I'm with you. I think the Santa Claus thing is, it's too Americanized.
Thank you. I'm pleased you're with me on that, because sometimes I feel like you don't give a shit about the things I give a shit about. Like, I expect you to go, whatever. If it's Santa, it's Santa. But it bugs
I
me.
don't really care, but I care because you care, because it makes you feel better.
So would you quite happily say Santa at home?
I mean, if it wasn't a thing for you,
Disappointed in
probably
you.
would.
Disappointed
I
in
mean,
you.
it's not a hill I'm going to die on.
Doesn't that make you feel like you're just succumbing to the Americanization of everything? Like we follow Americans in so much of what we do. Like Halloween's becoming. I quite like the Halloween.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
But
Pick and choose.
just let us keep Father Christmas, okay? Because Santa, like, they have trash cans and sidewalks and eggplants. Let them have Santa Claus.
Fanny pack is my favourite.
Yes,
That
and
is
they
ridiculous.
have fanny packs. Let them have fanny packs.
Yeah.
But keep Father Christmas is what we say here in this country. I will say this. Last year when I did a video on it, put it on social media, there were people from a certain part of the UK. I have a feeling it's Newcastle or the North,
Yeah.
or the Midlands or somewhere where they all say Santa.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It's the Northeast.
Is
I
it?
think they all say Santa.
Do they?
And I was like, I didn't know
Because
that.
it sounds good if you're from up there.
Santa. Yeah.
Santa.
Anyway, hey, we're going to Santa's grotto. We're going to
Father
eat salads.
Christmas. Yeah, it does. I'm so sorry.
All right,
for
you
anyone
get
from
an
the North.
exception, all right, Northeastern babes. But Father Christmas is dying here, and there's books, and there's, like, for example, we went to Santa's Grotto. I know Santa's Grotto sounds better than Father Christmas's Grotto, but you can still call it Santa's Grotto and then meet Father Christmas inside.
Right, okay.
And the guy that was Father Christmas, he was like, the elf went, right, let's go in and see Santa. I was like, yeah, let's go and see Father Christmas. I kept correcting the elf.
I mean, you
And
can't
then-
blame her. It is Santa's grotto. I mean, she's only following orders.
But it's Father Christmas inside. So
No one knows
they
this.
could have
This is-
still said,
This is a very internal battle to you.
let's come and meet Father Christmas. And then when Father Christmas signed the letter that Noah wrote to the North Pole asking for what present she wanted, he signed it Santa Claus. Not only that, he signed it Santa Claus with an E on the end. Klauser.
Klauser.
No, it's Santa Claus.
As in clause, the clause of a contract.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I like even worse, but still.
Connie, you got one job.
I know it
Dyslexic
shouldn't
Santa.
bother me this much, but it really does. Nick,
Okay.
St. Nicholas.
Yes, St. Nicholas.
What do they say down under?
So it's really interesting because, well, I mean, if you think so, it's interesting that Australians are affected by UK and American quite equally, like in equal parts.
Yeah.
Trying to find identity, I guess, in some weird way. But my mother was bang up for Father Christmas. She'd
Yes.
never let us call it Santa, like never. We'd never get away with that. It was always Father Christmas. You always go to the thing, and of course, because that's his name. So she was so I would always say Father Christmas.
What about everyone else in Australia?
Well, there would be equal parts, but Santa on a surfboard sounds much better than Father Christmas on a surfboard.
Yeah.
It
Down having
does. Father Christmas frolicking on the waves.
There you go. So yeah,
Santa on a
but it is
surfboard.
probably a bit of a 50-50. I think there's probably more of the Santa push.
Well, if it was like that back then.
I know.
I'm sure-
Back when I was a kid, it wasn't Santa. It was Father Christmas all the way. And every book I have now, which I read to Noah about Santa, I replace that word with Father Christmas.
Good.
I mean,
I'm not letting it die.
Apropos of nothing, it's interesting to see when children turn into their parents, isn't it? She's turning into her dad, just raging about random things that are an affront to British culture.
If we called my dad, let's call him.
Cool says.
Let's see how angry he is about the matter.
Do it.
Because I think he'll
I don't
probably.
think he's going to care. I'm going to be.
Do you not think?
I don't think he'll care. I think you've created this situation for yourself.
No, I'm sure my dad cares. It'll be annoying if he doesn't care. It'll be a waste of a phone call.
Yeah.
I'd like to think he cares.
I'm pretty sure you've got
I'm
unlimited
just like
minutes.
my dad.
Exactly. Are you calling on WhatsApp? It's free.
Hello.
Hi, Dad. Quick one.
Yeah.
You know when we were little and like Father Christmas and all that?
Yeah.
Father Christmas used to come down the chimney and all that. Is it Father Christmas or is it Santa?
Well, it's Father Christmas, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you have an opinion on people who call him Santa?
No.
Okay, bye. That was fucking worth it, wasn't it?
Waste of a call.
That was a waste of a call.
Get a refund.
That was a waste of 2 minutes. I wanted him to be angry, but he's not. He's only angry about online banking and not being able to go up the high street
You're
anymore.
doing enough of the anger for people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I just calm down with the whole
No.
say Father Christmas? But please, try and use the words Father Christmas. It makes me happy. What's on our plate this week? Well, last week, dear listener, we did promise you that there would be a head-to-head challah
Yeah.
between Bodge and myself, both making challah bread on Sunday just gone. However, life got in the way. Work got in the way. I didn't make my challah bread. Bodge stuck to his word, made his. It was a complete disaster. The floor is yours. Tell everyone what
Okay,
happened.
so I went gluten-free because I decided to be difficult.
Because you're a moron.
I'm not good at bread full stop. I very rarely can make successful bread. And no,
Bullshit.
No, the bread maker, yes.
Yes.
If it's in the bread maker, that's fine. I have tried many times to make bread outside the bread maker. It always goes wrong. It's
Always
not
rock
nice.
hard. Always like you could literally
Okay.
use it as a weapon. It's
Yeah.
so hard. But then really like unbaked. in the
Throwing
middle.
bread, I like to call it.
Throwing bread, yeah. Assault bread,
Shot
yeah.
put bread.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've never been great at bread, but I thought I'm going to give this a go because all you can do is try,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It turns out that was a bad idea
Yeah.
because it was a complete waste of about 5 hours of my day.
It's
The
long,
dough
innit?
didn't really prove. I think it's a mixture of the recipe because the recipe had a ton of salt and olive oil in it, and then when we tasted it, and it was broadly edible, all you could taste was salt and olive oil.
Yeah, it wasn't broadly edible, babes. I mean,
Well-
we ate the crusts, and that was all I could taste. Yeah, salt
Yeah.
and olive oil. And
I
it wasn't
followed the
fluffy.
instructions, I'm sure.
Well,
I'm
Natalie
sure.
said you did it in a fan assisted.
It was in a fan assisted
Not
oven.
supposed to do it in a fan assisted.
Great.
Like,
I love
also-
this.
Talk about sensitive.
Also,
these.
mix.
Sensitive.
Also, don't use gluten-free flour. Also, put it in that mixer for way longer than you did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things I would do differently next time, which is probably don't make challah bread and
Yeah.
just buy it.
Do you know what he did though? Instead of just coming into the studio and being like, well, the challah bread was a shit show,
Well, that's
and
right.
that's the end of that.
I was expecting challah bread, and instead, what have I got?
An upside down pineapple cake.
Or is the pineapple upside down or is the cake upside down? I don't know if you... If
What is it about-
the true fans who support us on Patreon,
Yeah.
which doesn't exist, will remember about a year ago,
Yes.
Kate completely having a meltdown, not understanding if it was an upside down pineapple cake or it's a pineapple upside down cake.
What is it? What did we decide on in the end?
I can't remember.
It's because the pineapple's not upside down, so it's
Yeah.
a pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, it's not an upside down pineapple cake. Oh, the whole
pineapple's
cake
not
was upside down.
Yeah, so it is.
So it's an upside
Depends
down
which way you're
pineapple
looking at it, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, but if the cake's upside down, then it's an upside down pineapple
but it's
cake.
cooked upside down. The cake's upside down.
Oh,
The
not this
pineapple's
again.
on the bottom.
Not this again.
What
Anyway,
I will
it's fine.
say is, and here's the cake for our watchers.
Yes,
There you go.
looks good.
The cake looks like a fucking mess. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
I've seen worse.
I have too.
There was 3 portions which I divvied out before the podcast, but these two ate it.
Yeah.
They ate their cake.
Truly scrumptious it was.
So, and I'm currently doing the 16-8 diet, so I'm not going to eat this cake until about 2 o'clock, which is hard. I've sat a whole podcast
Yeah.
and there's been cake next to me, and I'm not good at resisting food.
You know.
So,
Same.
this, I mean, guys, I can't really claim to have cooked this. I used Betty Crocker mix.
But it was really good.
Do you know, like the flour
God bless
and the,
Betty
God
Crocker.
bless it. Like
everything was there.
The icing's good. The salted caramel's good. The pineapple's there. It was bang on.
Yeah, bang on. What's in the Betty Crocker mix then? The flour and the salt and the yeast and the sugar.
Sugar and all the
All the
rhubarb.
bits.
Oh man, we need to get on Betty Crocker more. Hi, Betty Crocker, if you're listening.
I think
dead.
she's dead, yeah.
Do you reckon?
I think she taught you maths at
She's
school.
definitely dead.
So listen, that was a
That's
HelloFresh
good.
recipe.
It was, yeah.
They sent us to make
For
that.
SpongeBob, it was like to celebrate SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm not sure how it celebrates SpongeBob SquarePants.
Because
but
he
it
looks like a
does.
pineapple?
He lives in a pineapple.
Isn't his best friend a pineapple?
Is it?
I don't know.
God, this is the podcast
Anyway.
of detail.
Tommy,
I love it. We don't even know.
I'm sure his best friend is a pineapple.
No, he's a squid. No, he's a starfish.
That's right.
Patrick.
Well, do they live in a pineapple? Someone find out what pineapple has to do with SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, he lives in a pineapple.
He lives in a pineapple
So we're eating his home. That feels mean.
under the sea.
Oh.
That's
There you
why
go.
they did it. Well, it's bloody delicious. I tell you that. 10 out of 10. That cake was soft. It was airy. The sponge was bouncy and light. The caramel really came through.
Oh, and sponge.
Oh, sponge, of course.
Ah, for God's
Fucking
sake.
idiots.
For God's sake. It's been a long show. We've talked about very deep topics.
God,
Sponge
my
cake,
brain.
pineapple house. There you go. Yeah.
Brain.
Good.
Where's it gone?
Right.
One of the symptoms is not knowing the word sponge.
Sponge.
Of perimenopause.
Yeah, not knowing the word sponge. Brain fog. It's exactly that.
But it was very good. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I think it was bang on. Well done, Betty. Well done, Bodge.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 too. What made it 10 out of 10? A bit more pineapple in there. Just felt like it was more a caramel cake with pineapple on top. Okay.
Well, that's fine.
Shall
I
we-
can't take any credit.
Chat
Did we
to
get a
Betty.
nice photo of the cake so we can share it on our socials?
Can we just take a picture of that? 'Cause that's
No,
what's-
that looks shit.
I mean, the cake. So here's what I did. They gave us twice as much, so I only had 3 cake tins instead of 4. So I did the 2 pineapple layers, and then I just did 1 mega layer of cake, and I cut that in half, and then I cut round it because it was slightly too big, and now it just looks like someone has hacked it. It looks like a child.
It looks
made
like I made it.
It's even worse than that, I think.
Fine.
It'll go on the stories, but I don't think we've put the last 2 recipes up anyway.
Yeah, I
Have
mean,
you still not put arancini up?
I did get a couple of
This is
messages this
absolute
week.
piss
Okay,
take.
we'll do arancini, then you'll do the other
Arancini,
HelloFresh.
what's the next one?
The other HelloFresh that you made that he cooked.
Can I use
What was
the
that?
excuse
What was that?
Kate's got
The
perimenopause?
Brontesi.
The Brontesi, the spaghetti Brontesi.
Si.
Come on,
So you do that.
guys.
We can't, you're the Brontesi.
Your Brontesi.
I am the Brontesi,
He's
but we've got to do it in
arancini.
order. We did
Fine.
arancini first, then we did Brontesi, then we've got 3 recipes to share
We'll
this
get
week.
them out.
Can I use the excuse of Kate's perimenopause?
No,
Can we just do them on stories and not the grid?
100%.
The arancini deserves a grid spot. It's the best arancini I've ever tried.
So
better
grid for
than
that. Those 2 can go on the stories.
This is all a conversation we should be having off air
That's good.
and not on YouTube
That's
and
fine.
Apple Podcasts and
Yeah.
Spotify.
Listen, if they're this far into the episode, we can say anything and they'll stay.
We can.
Super fans. All right, so that's the recipe for
Yeah.
that. We haven't done listeners' messages.
Oh my
we
God,
don't,
this
we
bit.
don't have enough time.
Oh shit! Can we do one listeners' message?
We're gonna do
One
one.
listener
Who the show's
message.
dedicated to?
Okay, go.
This
The
show
first
is
one.
dedicated to Alison.
Hi, Alison, if you're listening.
She says, love this episode. Just full on real life with no filters. Hashtag no filter. Parenting is so hard. And for you to use this platform to get that across will help so many people. You're so welcome. Parenting is hard. I'm glad we're helping you. Tough times all around for people at the moment, apart from the lottery winners. Lol, scam.
I like it.
Good.
It's good.
Been a listener from the start and it just gets better. Big fan of Nick and his shit stirring. I love Alison.
Good.
Thank you, Alison. And thank you so much for all of your lovely listener messages, ratings and reviews. We'll get through a few more next week.
We might have
but,
to
you
do
know,
a bonus episode
the
'cause we're
deep-
getting so
We
many
should.
now, aren't we?
Deep and meaningful chat at the beginning made us run out of time. Do we
did.
have time for just one more thing?
Yes, we do.
Okay. I'm sorry, I've got to bring this up. I know we've had a hard week.
That's fine.
But I've got an issue with you and parking. So when we're in the
Okay.
car together,
Yeah.
say like we're going to a restaurant and the restaurant we're going to is there. What you tend to do is you'll try and find a car parking space miles from the restaurant and go, oh, I better park here in case there's not a space closer. Now, any normal person would be like, I'm going to go to the restaurant right outside. I'm going to go to the restaurant, see if there's any car parking spaces there. And if there's none available, I will move my car away from the restaurant, go into the next available space. You park like 5 miles away from something, and then as we're walking to the restaurant, we're like, there's a space, could have had that one. There's a space right outside the restaurant. Really bugs me.
Is 5 miles
That's an exaggeration, yes.
an exaggeration? Right, okay.
I'm talking about when we went to the Autumn Lights Festival and we parked miles away. And then we got stung because Noah didn't have her gloves and I had to go all the way back to the car. And there was a space right outside Noah's school for this Autumn Lights Festival. And if I'd have had the car there when she forgot her gloves, I'd have just had to go outside the school. I'd have walked
Do you know what would have
miles
solved
away.
it even more, though?
Taking the gloves in her coat pocket.
Yeah. Because I said to Kate, bring a coat. And then Kate went, she doesn't need a coat, it's warm.
You said you'd take the coat and you didn't.
I thought you were taking it in your
This
bag.
is about your shit parking. Let's go back to
I was going to say,
parking.
just don't bring Noah.
Two of
So
us-
yeah, do you think you could possibly do that? Go to the destination, then work your way away
Well,
from
it's
it.
a kind of a one-way system, which is why I was like, let me park here, which I know is a 7-minute
You're only going
walk.
one way. You're going one way.
No,
to
no,
the
but
school.
then you have to go out beyond it. You have to go all the way round. You know, we were already late. There was already a queue. I still stand. This
It's-
actually reflects our personalities.
It's such a dad thing to do, though, isn't it?
Because
It's
you know what
like-
it is that
right.
I'm slightly more conservative in my decisions. I'm like, you know what, this is fine. We can park here, and this will be fine for everyone. Kate's like, unless I am inside the fair
I
itself,
will literally drive 70 miles an hour, smash through the window
Yeah.
of the restaurant. We're here.
Kate's like, well, you know, we'll deal with the consequences later. So
I
that's
like to be
our,
right outside.
that's
you
our
do.
two different kind of approaches. We often negotiate and get kind of 4 minutes away. But listen, I'm not going to change who I am. You're not going to change who you are.
No.
But that's fine. I understand what you're saying. If you get the bonus ball of being outside, that's
The
great.
bonus ball.
But I would rather park slightly further away than circle
Yeah,
for two.
Yeah. I'm not
3
going to try and
minutes.
change who you are. Because
Are you not?
No.
Really? What's been happening in the last 10 years is, I swear, it's just one big project.
You try and change who I am. Do you remember when you were on the loo the other night and I came in and I said something and you went, shh, quiet.
Oh, my God.
It's night time, just inside voices. I was like, no, this is the level I speak at.
No, because this is
is
what
my
really-
level.
Right, do
if
you
you
know
don't
what?
like it,
Now you've
there's
brought this
the door.
up. Now you've brought this
there's
up. I
your
can do
ring.
this.
Don't try and... I speak this volume.
No, you don't. Kate will be like really calm at night, and very occasionally, if something's happened in the day and she's feeling it, she'll be like, right, what are we doing? We're going to bed. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Kate, I was like, just quiet. She's like, oh, why are you trying to change me? This is who I am as a person. And I'm like, no, it's not you are as a person. You're just shouting. That's not a personality trait.
I don't shout. I come into the toilet and I just start speaking to you and you're like, it's night time.
No.
Can we just have a little bit
You're
of nighttime
elevated.
voices?
I know when you're elevated.
I'm not elevated.
What do I have to? Do I have to bring a DB monitor to show you this is your normal volume and this is you right now because something's happened that's got you hyped?
Do you know what? There's a couples therapist that knows 7 patterns in couples who made it, and one of these traits was they make light of each other's quirks, appreciating and acknowledging the quirks, even if they're annoying at times. They're never hypercritical. They don't try and change each other either. They never try and change each other. That was another one of these things. They let each other be themselves. No desire to change each other, just a base level of respect and admiration for each other, and that freedom brings out the best in you.
I have
Not
a base level.
inside voices, nighttime voices. Be better.
What about you going and close the cupboards, put your washing away?
No, but that's
do
like
this?
that's making light of it.
So sorry. When you do it, it's
Today-
making light of it. When I ask you to just be a bit quieter, you're like, this is an assault on my personality.
Oh, that woman's going to be really upset who DM'd you saying that we're nasty
Oh
to
yeah, I
each
got
other.
one where he's like, do you know what? The constant public attacks, I'm becoming uncomfortable. Just stop it. It's sad. And I'm like, oh, f*** off.
No, we're not attacking each other. I think we make light of each
do.
other's
This
quirks.
is it, our version of entertainment.
You have to.
Yeah, it is. Go on then, blow
Don't
your
mind
nose.
me.
We're out of here. Thanks for listening.
I've got such a cold.
You've just blown your nose to
It's great.
everyone watching on
Sorry,
YouTube.
Tommy. That one.
And Tommy, who doesn't.
If they're this far in, they'll accept
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Hi, super fans,
It's
if you're
real.
watching and listening. Until next week, thanks for listening. The recipes that are in delay will be online
Will they? Who knows?
very shortly. Bodge and
knows?
Kate on Instagram. Give us a follow and subscribe or follow however you're watching or listening. Until next week. Trump.
Peace.
Bodge